Okay, we got something a little easy going today. Taking a step back from the serious talks, the heartthrob and heartbreak of relationship advice and how to not be a simp. And today, we'll be enlightened by a YouTuber called S0yonHed. Someone I've been subscribed to for only about a fortnight. This is a video she got called out on, rebutted to. It's called How to Be a Real, in caps, real man. Today, I thought I'll take the opportunity as well to try something new with the NVIDIA broadcast software. Take away that big square with the background. Hopefully now I won't cover anyone's face or some sort of a comment, some sort of content that you don't want to miss on screen. And it's just going to be easy going. I'm going to keep the pauses. I really am going to try to keep them to a minimum. Let her say her piece. If you don't know who S0yonHed is, and this is my opinion, this is not how she's labeled herself, but judging by the big fuck off American flag in the backdrop of her videos, I'm going to say she's a conservative, right-leaning, trad wife, maybe in brackets wannabe. But we'll just say she's a trad wife, because I have heard in one of her videos she said she's married. She's got a bit of an anime alternative look going on, but maybe it's just me who likes that. But I think she says some quippy, funny, and on the money things. So we'll ride along with it, and we'll see what her thoughts are. I'm assuming this is going to be her thoughts on what is a real man. We'll give it a like ahead of time. Yeah, just support YouTubers you like in general. If you're here, you supporting me, you giving me a like also lets me know that you enjoyed what you saw, you enjoy the videos I put out. So yeah, grab yourself a drink. Let's find out what it takes to be a real man.
Building things. Then someone asked...
Even NVIDIA broadcast can't save me from a video just starting from like a 4 or 5 minute point. Always does that in the other videos.
Men. What are they? For centuries, us women have tried to figure them out. Such strange, fascinating creatures. But recently, men have been in a crisis. Sperm count is low. Liberalism is high. Testosterone is decreasing.
This is all
Soy
true.
Is increasing. The femboy...
Where the fuck did soy milk really come from? Did it really take off when that Soylent milk got invented? I swear, as a kid, I never remember it being around. There was no option to be soy. Even for those of you who are Aussie that know Big M. Before Oak even came to exist. Going to school, whether it was primary or high, from the tuck shop, you just get yourself a hearty, hungry, thirsty like Big M. Then obviously Oak coined that expression. But the milk never had some kind of a Soylent option or an almond option. It was just straight from the cow's teat. Preheated and sanitized. Non-organic. Even organic food for that matter was really niche. You had to arguably try quite hard to find it. And I don't think veganism was even a coined term either as I was growing up. Who the fuck was vegan? You would have had your head explode as a child if you got told that that's apparently a thing where people can't eat animal products. And fuck those vegans that actually go to animal alternatives. So they still want to eat an egg, but they eat the vegan version of the egg. Holy wacka fucking moly. You can care and love animals, but they just go too far. It's like a cult, it really is.
Population is skyrocketing. Instead of chopping wood and hunting mammoths, men are...
We can't all be Thor and Bradley, chopping wood and hunting mammoths. But we can pretend to be and try. Well, there's nothing to chop wood for nowadays. If I actually had a fireplace, I might put this to use. This is a rescue axe, by the way, if you're wondering why the hell I'm even holding it. I've always got something on hand. I haven't tried to chop wood, but I have tried to chop or break down a door with it. It works.
Throwing on thigh-high socks and cat ears. The question on everyone's mind is, how do we stop this epidemic? How do we save men?
Hajime.
Well, today we're finally going to get answers, because I looked for them in the most knowledgeable, reliable, and trustworthy place on Earth, the internet. The internet is a great place to find
I'm about to
cringe
sneeze.
news, guys, but it is also a dangerous and scary place. So before we dive into this cringe, let's dive into today's sponsor, a tool that will help.
Let's not listen to today's sponsor. You know, on that of course it's a VPN. You know, VPNs are such a load of shit. I've only ever bought a VPN once. I tried it. Funny enough, it was a junk mail. And this isn't going to be a long story, but that was the biggest load of shit investment. That VPN auto-connected so many times, and every single time it auto-connected, and I did try to do something like stream Netflix, it was just buffering to infinity and beyond, non-stop. I couldn't load a 1080p video. It was buffering at 1080p and constantly interrupting at 720p. The only time I had breakthroughs was watching a video in 360p quality. It was not only a total waste of money, but it became a hindrance. I'd turn it off and it would somehow turn itself back on maybe hours or even a day later. And then you'd only notice that it's turned back on when your connection is reduced to that of fucking dial-up. I will never, ever, no matter how many views or subscribers that I have, ever preach to you, mark my words, a product that I at least don't use myself. So I'd have to believe by it. I'd have to stand by it. Sure, if it's like some kind of a skincare, hair care, and I use it, I've bought it in the past, and to this day, to that day, if that day ever comes, sure, I'd swear by it, I'd speak by it, and maybe make some money on the side. I'm not against sponsorship, but do you really think she believes what she's preaching about? Well, I'm going to assume, the way I pronounced assume was weird just then, wasn't it? I'm going to assume it's like Nord or Atlas VPN. And holy shit, no one's hacking your computer. I haven't had an antivirus on my computer ever. Ever. I've got Windows Defender and always have. Back from childhood to the laptop I had 10 years ago to the laptop I bought 4 years ago. Nothing's ever had anything except Windows Defender, and I've never had a virus. Or at least a problem I couldn't fix. Maybe it's because of all the fucking dirty sites you real men go on that you need this Atlas VPN shit in your... Oh, look. The discount that probably everyone already has and it's just in their junk mail and they haven't checked it. This is a long ad. Does she really believe in this, or did she just get paid to drag it out? I think she's concluding here.
For sponsoring this video, let's get back to it. Thank you for not skipping the ad. You didn't skip the ad, right? What is a man? A man is somebody who kills the bugs, opens the jars, and dies in the wars. That is a man.
Don't die for your country, make the other bastard die for his.
Some people will say the correct way to be a man is to be protective and strong and blah 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 blah. Others, however, will say being a man is about drinking your coffee black and not playing video games.
What's with the hate on video games? Even Tristan Tate, alright? The manosphere, head honcho, vice captain, whatever have you. Even he said if you play video games but you make it productive, the story's enriching, or you're simply recording yourself to put it on YouTube and you're trying to get somewhere with it, he's even all for it. And he's, like I said, king of the fucking tape pill. Whatever damn pill, red, black, blue, pink. He's a king of some kind of a pill, or at least vice captain, co-chieftain. The problem, you know, all these women that have a problem with video games are the same women that have hundreds, if not thousands, of other women maybe even guys that they follow on Instagram, mindlessly scrolling first thing in the morning, throughout the day, and right before bed at night. And if they got TikTok and X too, they're on that shit multiple hours in a quarter of a day. So basically the entirety of a quarter of a day. Me, when it comes to playing video games, I don't remember the last time I sat down to play for more than 60 seconds. And another thing I'll tell you, what's the difference between playing a video game and watching a movie? So I bet you can still be a real man and watch a movie. What if the video game's got a half decent story? What if it's interesting? Thought-provoking, evocative? There's those types of games out there, sure. A lot of them have been woke lately. But there's some good ones out there, some decent stories. I've actually had some posters that you could see in the background, like Red Dead Redemption 2. That was a hell of a story. And The Last of Us Part 1, despite what people would say about Part 2 or the live action, Part 1 was actually a pretty damn good story as well. So video games can run you a pretty damn cool story. And I see no difference from experiencing a video game story, especially a story that you can be a part of because you're controlling the character. What is the difference in that from watching a movie? All this hate on guys playing video games. Like I said, coming from those same women that probably spend 10 times more time on Instagram. Scrolling, liking, and following nonsense.
Grown men should not be playing video games past the age of 12. Video games are for children. Men who say they want a gamer girlfriend are gay. If you want a girlfriend who plays video games, just date a man. Fellas, is it gay to want a girlfriend who shares interests with you? Men will spend 6 hours a day playing Call of Duty instead of signing up to join the real army.
Funny enough, it's a quick story again, but bear with me. My friend, in year 9, I think it was, when the Xbox 360 first came out, so it came out before the PS3. I was always a PlayStation kid growing up, so I wasn't going to jump in and convert to Xbox. But I came over to his house. He was one of the first in the entire school to have an Xbox 360. Funny enough, he went on to be one of the most popular kids in school and was school captain. Needless to say, the first game I played on his Xbox 360 was Call of Duty 4. Now, I'd played the Medal of Honors back on the PlayStation 2, but Call of Duty 4, as we know, comparing that to PlayStation 2, that shit was next gen, and holy smokes. When he shot a dude through a wall in that game, if you know Call of Duty 4, and the mind-boggling graphics, I was ready to sign up for the army there and then at 15 years of age. And funny enough, as soon as I finished high school, that's exactly what I did and lived by. So Call of Duty 4 actually got me into the army. It got my foot in the door. It persuaded me. It was the best recruiting commercial that any form of government could have hoped for. Me getting my hands on Call of Duty 4.
Army and serve their country. I would serve myself rat poison before I served this country. If you're a man dating a woman who plays video games, you probably get pegged by her too. I'm sure some of them like that. Grown-ass men that play video games, ask yourself this: when's the last time you've been laid? It is so cool how...
Yes, because having casual sex, as we know, is the epitome of masculinity. You are a fucking alpha when you go sleep around, get a chick pregnant, perhaps catch an STD. An STD that eats away at your balls from within, that you don't even know that you have symptoms of until you start pissing red. You're a real man.
Like, technology has just improved so much. Like, it is really cool how we can see tweets made in 1998. Men who collect things creep me out. What do you need 300 Pokemon cards for?
That's actually a good investment. I've seen some of those Pokemon cards go for tens of thousands of dollars each. You have one of those fucking rare ones, however you define rare. It's probably worth, like, a person with a solid collection. It's worth more than the house you're watching this from right now, potentially.
Okay, so first of all, 300 Pokemon cards is not that many Pokemon cards. I think I have more than 300 Pokemon cards. And I organize them from cutest to ugliest. Say, well, how many shoes do you think this woman owns? What's with the sudden trend of grown men playing with children's toys? Do these men also make spaceshipy sounds when playing with them? Hashtag manchild. And you can't see it because it's censored, but they added Lauren Chen here. Like, is this attractive? Mommy, is this attractive? Mommy, sorry, mommy. Also, building models, I feel like that's a very normal male hobby to have. No hobby is masculine or feminine, but if we are doing this shit, I think building things is pretty masculine. Like, is society in general not just men building things? Then someone asked this guy a valid question. Please provide your list of acceptable leisure activities that meet your approval. And this is what this dude said.
Well, we can read it for ourselves. Changing the oil in the car, fair. You probably should know how to do that. Okay, so you should know where the plug is, how to unscrew it with the torque wrench underneath your car, how to jack your car up in the first place, which then means you should know how to change the wheel, change the tire, alright, to put on the spare. Other than that, upgrading the RAM in your computer, doing the, yeah, well, reading and writing, for sure. Go fuck yourself with the chili soup and soccer, rugby, football, hockey. When it comes to sport, to each their own. I don't look down on someone who plays soccer, nor do I look down on someone who might be playing bocce or chess. As long as you're getting outdoors, you're doing something you enjoy, within your limits. Everyone's got different limits, fitness levels, injuries and ailments. I'm not going to say any kind of sport's gay except for... I'm not going to say it.
Changing the oil in the car, upgrading the RAM in the family computer, doing the laundry, reading, writing, making chili or soup, home repair, playing soccer / rugby / football / hockey. Most of these are just chores. Oh boy, can't wait to change the oil in the car. Updating RAM on the family computer. Oh god, I remember having a family computer. I remember not knowing how to delete the history.
Yes, I did click on those pop-ups with the family computer and infested the family computer, which had 200 megabytes of RAM with younger babes.
Off the family computer. Nothing more soy than grown men obsessed with a sports team. Men with a favorite sports team are highly unattractive to me. A man is supposed to dominate his field, conquer resources, ravage his opponents, and bring glory to his name and family, and here he is, watching and cheering on other men doing just that.
Okay, I've got a favorite sports team. I like my AFL, and I don't think there's anything remotely soy about accepting the fact that other men are potentially fitter than you, stronger than you, more capable than you to be at the top level of whatever sport it is that they're doing, whether they're playing tennis, whether they're playing footy, soccer. They're doing something that clearly you can't do, otherwise you'd be doing it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a certain amount of admiration and respect for other men's abilities. That doesn't make you gay or cucked by them. It's totally different if you're stroking it with said sport on screen. And yeah, cheering is a little bit on the beta side, like actually fully losing your shit, and all those people that say paint their faces and get dressed in all sorts of costumes to represent their team. Maybe leave that for the kids. You are going a bit overboard. But if that's your identity, that's your personality, I'm just going to call you a little bit weird. But clearly, that's what you're living by.
Masculine cuckery. Calling people men who watch dudes in tights chase a ball around a field covered in woke messaging while our country goes up in flames might be a stretch. Your country is being invaded and destroyed and you're watching sports ball? Sad. Like, what do these guys do all day for fun? The only acceptable manly activity to some of these people is like making fun of 15-year-olds on TikTok who are...
That's the funny thing. almost sounds like you can't do anything and you won't get it right. You're a soy, whether it's this, whether it's that. Whether you watch someone else do something that you can't do, or whether it's just listening to someone and, oh, nah, listening to him, that's soy, that's beta. You can't wear that piece of clothing. You're a faggot, son. Unless your coffee is black and you're chopping wood, and all you do is be miserable and work 6 to 6, you ain't a real man, apparently. Now, I thought this would be like a video of her perspective, but this is clearly coming from some kind of incel idiots who clearly have the time of day to jump on and post these kinds of things, from what I saw mostly on Twitter. So who's the real man here? The Twitter account holder that's on there protesting and trying to defend his ego?
Are experimenting with their gender identity. I feel like it's really not that deep. Like, we've always been a very competitive species. We used to watch people fight in like coliseums. We used to watch men get ripped apart by lions in coliseums. Now,
I just gotta correct her a little bit. When she says we, makes it out like most of the world watched men in coliseums. And even then, I think it's a bit sensationalized. Like gladiators and gladiatorium tournaments didn't always lead to men getting killed, let alone ripped apart. Flamma, I think his name was, one of the most famous gladiators that ever lived. I think he was a Syrian gladiator. I think he was also a gladiator that received the rudis, the wooden sword, 4 times. So he continued to fight. I think it was somewhere around 9 or 10 more times after being a free man. And he was awarded a rudis time and time again. So he was freed. He was being told, look, that's it, dude. You are a fucking 3-man, 4th time verified 3-man. He kept going. And funny enough, he actually had 4 defeats. Now, how do you have 4 defeats? I mean, you get killed, you get ripped apart. You lose once? You should be dead. How did he have 4 defeats? So it's a bit of a misconception, I think, and it's sensationalized that even gladiators always fought to the death and they were getting ripped apart and it was just straight up carnage. Many of them actually lived in defeat.
we watch Stickball or we watch 2 nerds debate about politics on Twitch. That is our modern day Coliseum. UK builders go woke. Study finds 3/4 of tradesmen discuss their feelings with colleagues, while 2/3 shun their fried breakfasts and nearly half say they are history buffs. What the fuck does going woke mean anymore? Fellas, is it woke to have friends and like history? No airbags, we die like real men. Went on a date with a man who got in our Uber and instantly put on a seatbelt. The date went okay and he was sweet, but I ghosted him. I could not get the image of him wearing a seatbelt out of my mind. Feminine.
What the fuck? Just blatantly break the law. Don't wear a seatbelt. My God. Can you imagine how she would react if she was driving the car and you were in the passenger seat? Let alone then you put your seatbelt on? She'd be wishing death upon you.
If you're a grown-ass man and you wear a seatbelt in the passenger seat, you are likely to be a raging homosexual.
Guilty. It's been in the closet this entire time. Who posts this? Look at him. It's posted by some guy that can't even show his face and he's plastered an emoji over the top of it. Fucking... Who's the homosexual who's up at 11 PM at night posting retarded shit like this?
Fellas, is it gay to not want to die in a car accident?
Must
Speaking
be.
of seatbelts, I actually found out recently that when seatbelts were first invented, there was like this whole anti-seatbelt movement of people that were just like, I will not wear my seatbelt. The government can't force me to wear a seatbelt. And when I pointed this out online, like 50 of my own fans were like, shoo, this would have been you. And like...
Well, thanks to a seatbelt, I still got the top row of all my teeth. Because when I wrote my car off at one point in my life, if I hadn't been wearing that seatbelt, since the airbag didn't deploy, I would have smashed all of the teeth in the top row on the steering wheel. So thanks to a seatbelt, I've got a smile. Must make me gay.
The trend of men being attracted to female asses is part of the homosexual agenda. Men and women have asses. If they can get you attracted to asses, what's stopping you from...
Yeah, that was never a thing when I was growing up. It was always tits. Tits this, tits that, check out Miss Stammer's tits. That was a teacher in high school. God, it'd be awkward if she was watching this. But seriously, it was always tits. I never remember anything about ass. I never even remember my eyes drifting down to a woman's behind as a young man growing up. It was always breasts. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe it is a homosexual agenda that men became fascinated with asses, because I shit you not, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't an attractive physical quality. As I was becoming a man, developing into one from a young teenage, strapping young lad.
Being attracted to a man's ass. If a man prefers tits over ass, I just assume he is gay or at least bisexual. Real men...
Well, we were all gay then. From the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne in our Catholic school, we were all gay boys. All we had eyes for were women's breasts.
Prefer ass over tits. Once a man has reached puberty, he should find the breasts of a woman repulsive. They are meant to feed babies. You are no longer a baby. Grow up.
Best tell that to all the women showing cleavage, wearing push-up bras, walking around exposed in -degree temperature or a brisk 5 degrees Celsius when they head out for a night on the town. We don't care about your breasts. Only the raging homosexuals do. That's how women should use that as a filter on dating apps. If you're into breasts, you're a homosexual. Only men that are into my ass. Maybe that's why there's so many of those hip, tilted out, ass popping shots with those ass eating yoga pants. That's another thing that really only came into existence in like the last 10 years. I never remembered yoga pants. I don't remember what women used to wear to the gym, but I swear yoga pants is like the last 10, 15 years kind of thing. Alright, those ass eating pants didn't exist. It must have been like crop tops and push-up bras, because we were all homosexuals 15 years ago.
Can't like a woman's ass. Can't like a woman's tits. You're gay no matter what. All roads lead to gay. Restaurants? Soy. Bars? Soy. Everything people do to have fun is based around soy. Nature? Chad. Buying big ass steaks and eating them raw in the park? Chad. I would call the cops on you if I saw that. Yes, hello, there is a strange man eating raw meat in the park around my children. Men don't wear dresses or drink from straws. Watching YouTube videos is a
contextual with the straws. Yeah, you're not gonna drink whiskey in a whiskey glass, whether it's dry or on the rocks, with a fucking straw. No shit. You're drinking something like a milkshake? Well, you're probably gay if you're drinking a milkshake. But, but seriously. It's contextual. Now, you can drink a fucking fruit juice from a cafe with a straw. It's not gay. Or would you rather get the foam over your top lip? Would that be the epitome of masculinity then?
A female trait. Men who watch YouTube might as well be women. Well, put on the dress.
Yeah, YouTube. Even the ones, even G-Man, all of us that upload on YouTube must be all gay. This is a parody at this stage.
Men should dress like men and women should dress like women. Culture is
True.
trying to blur these lines, and Christians should exemplify the distinctions. Ladies, wear dresses often, keep your hair long, and stay healthy. Men, ditch the gay look, grow a beard, and get strong.
I feel as though the majority of the time men actually grow a beard for either aesthetic purposes, to maybe hide some kind of facial features, or quite frankly speaking, they just can't be bothered shaving. You think I enjoy it? And are all those men that are into shaving as a hobby, they either go to a barber, like a proper gentleman kind of setting, traditional, what's it called? Oh shit, I almost kicked that axe over onto my foot. Where they get that traditional single bladed shave, right? With the lather and the foam. Must all be gay. Nothing wrong with having a beard. I've had beards throughout multiple stages of my life. Had a beard in my 20s, my mid-20s, my 30s, when I couldn't be bothered. But I think it just depends on the certain type of look you want to go for. If you really got to justify as to why you have a beard, maybe you're the one with a bit of a complex that you're trying to hide something from the rest of us. I don't know. Reading too far into it. Whatever. Have your fucking beard. I just think for some settings, it's not a professional look, and it quite frankly looks out of place.
Ah yes, nothing gay men hate more than strong men with beards. Men who grow beards are insecure and want to feel more masculine because inside they don't feel masculine. Men need to come to grips with the fact that we've all committed sexual assault on women.
What?
Men in the comments section, comment if you've never committed a sexual assault on a woman. Like this video if you've never committed sexual assault on a woman. Subscribe to this channel if you've never committed sexual assault on a woman. No grown man should be drinking margaritas. Men drinking cocktails, it's not big and it's not clever. It makes ye look like an absolute tit. And birds drinking pints makes ye look like a lorry driver. This is the most British shit I've ever heard in my life. I need a translator.
Yeah, women drinking beer is a bit of a look. Men drinking cocktails, it's a bit of a look. Yeah, espresso martinis, some smashed Irish dude as I've witnessed in pubs and clubs in the past. He's smashed and rocking all over the place, and some reason he's got an espresso martini in hand. Yeah, you keep doing you. Keep showing the rest of us homosexuals without a beard that play video games and don't chop wood 6 to 6 that we're all gay men.
Something that gives me the ick is men drinking hot drinks. Grown men shouldn't be getting nothing from the ice cream truck. I still get excited when I hear the ice cream truck. Also, I just need to know, what are y'all choosing?
SpongeBob bar. I don't remember last time I seen an ice cream truck, but whatever.
Going with the SpongeBob one. Every time.
Add it to the list.
You are a male and go to any restaurant.
How gay can you even get?
You are...
Even the milkshake now is gay. I think I voiced that a couple of minutes ago. How gay can you get? There should be a graph now. Where are we on the barometer at this stage? I don't think we've actually seen any examples of how not to be gay, because even having the beard was apparently gay to someone else. Oh, and don't forget, you wear a seatbelt, you're really gay.
Gay. Real men do not drink coffee, especially not iced coffee or flavored coffee. That is sus. If I see a gentleman drinking tea, I assume he is a homosexual. To be honest, I've said it before, tea is gay coffee. Men...
Yeah, I don't particularly drink tea, like, ever. And coffee very infrequently. So I dodged the bullet there.
Who drink juice, suspect as hell. I go to Starbucks solely to see the embarrassment on the eyes of the grown man who orders a low-fat iced latte frap frou-frou blah.
You'd think a post like that, if he's actually trying to be serious, is more suspect than any Starbucks goer that's ordering this low-fat iced latte frap fruit blah blah whatever the fuck. That's worse. This kind of a post is worse than the guy ordering that.
Blah blah when he looks up and sees me taking a sip of my straight black coffee with no cream or sugar. And then everyone on the train clap.
Why are you still in Starbucks after you've already got your black coffee? Why are you still hanging around, standing there, watching men order whatever it is that they're ordering? You fucking freak.
Looks up at you and sees you. This is the start of some, like... yaoi fanfiction or something. Beta males go to hipster coffee shops for a dirty chai soy latte, while alpha males go to Hooters and drink beer and watch hockey. The beta male left.
Drinking beer is feminizing as fuck. Like, it's actually a thing. It lowers your testosterone, raises your estrogen. It's the reason they call it a beer belly. Alcohol is fucking toxic as shit. There's nothing alpha about drinking alcohol. The lie, I don't even know if you can use that word. The JEWSs have led you to believe that alcohol and whiskey, having a good old fashioned in your suit and tie is alpha.
Can attack me all they want. I will never apologize for being an alpha male who eats at Hooters. Going to Hooters is a gender-affirming experience? Do men eat raspberries? Men? Do you eat raspberries? Ain't no real man about to sit around and eat a feminine-ass food like hummus. I love how so much of this just like has to do with food and drinks. Just made up arbitrary rules about what is and what is.
Yeah, this is made up as shit, and there's like 8 minutes left in this video. I'm not vibing. I thought it'd be funnier than this, and I thought it'd get a little bit serious. I was willing to go into it lightheartedly, but this is just a fucking parody at this stage from some kind of incontinent incel soy jacks who are clearly insecure about their own real man status. Staying up till 11 o'clock at night and standing there in Starbucks even after they've got their order, eyeing off other men, rating their masculinity.
Is not masculine food? Like, are boneless chicken wings masculine food? Better question, are boneless chicken wings chicken nuggets? Leftist men are not real men. Leftist males are a bunch of beta losers. The reason why I say males is because I would not consider a leftist male a man. Leftist males are not real men. Simple. I don't know, like Joseph Stalin was pretty manly. I like how in order to find one example of like a masculine leftist man, I have to like take out a history book and this shit is so dumb though, like this idea that all conservative men are like hyper masculine and like no leftist men are masculine, like it doesn't hold up. Obviously there are masculine leftist men, liberal men. However, men are capitalists, feminine men are socialists. The two genders.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Nazi Party originate from a socialist party? Pretty sure there was a socialist party before the big 88 party.
In reality, conservative men are the most effeminate men when you really think about it. I mean, authoritarianism in general is kind of subby. Oh, you want the state to control you? You want to lick the boot? Bottom behavior. Leftism lowers your testosterone. Racism increases your testosterone. The two political parties, leftism and racism. Any man whose heart is melted by a woman is no man at all. Fellas, is it gay to fall in love?
Yes, it's all gay. Breathing air is homosexual. Hold your breath from the moment you are born.
Eating girls out is submissive. You are what you eat. If you as a man eat pussy, you are one. Licking coochie is worse than cocaine addiction.
I don't know if you can actually get addicted to it. If you're addicted to, as she eloquently puts it, coochie, you've probably got bigger problems than a cocaine addiction. Who the fuck is actually addicted to something like that? It's like a sweaty can of tuna.
Eating pussy is so childish. Eating pussy is too submissive for me. It feels gay. Literally, fellas, is it gay to eat pussy? Real men eat ass. A real man does not eat ass. Getting mixed messages here. Face-sitting, cowgirl, and any other position with a woman on top are fundamentally acts of homosexuality. Fellas, is it homosexual to have heterosexual sex?
Yep, even the positions. You heard it here, maybe first. Or at least last. If she's on top, you might as well be taking it from the back with a strap on. What the hell is this? A muscle tissue. The more you use it, the stronger and bigger it becomes. What a fucking parody. I tell you what, it's probably the most I've ever smiled reacting to a video, but that's probably going to be gay too.
Has muscle tissue. The more you use it, the stronger and bigger it becomes. The vagina is elastic. If you overuse it, will lose its elasticity and become a borehole. A penis is muscle tissue. The more you use it, the stronger and bigger it becomes.
Gains.
Big gains at the gym. Don't skip day, bro. So this isn't even true. This is the truth. Ladies, if he's had more than 3 sexual
You can
partners,
pause it yourself.
he got a string bean. A man having the TikTok app is one thing, but making TikToks? What the...
First one I genuinely, seriously, wholeheartedly agree with. What the actual fuck? I've never downloaded it, let alone uploaded anything on there.
actual hell is that? You know what? I actually agree with this one. TikTok. And I'm not just saying that because I do not understand TikTok and I don't know how to navigate it or use it. Or men with long hair are not men. If I bend you over and you look like a woman from behind, you are not a man. Or
why are you bending over a man with long hair? Pot calling the kettle black. But I suppose add that to the list.
or you are gay. Wait a minute. If you bend a man over, they are gay? If you are depressed as a man, you have failed as a man. This is why so many depressed men are choosing to become women. Think about why you never see emo boys anymore. Because they're all trans women. Trans agenda has stolen our emo boys. If you are a man over 30 and you have time to maintain more than 5 friendships, I mean real friendships, you are either a loser, groomer, or gay. Fellas, is it gay to have friends? Smiling too much is beta.
Apparently more than 5, and now we've finally got into smiling. Everyone in the sequel must be gay too. Smiling too much is beta, and women know that men who smile frequently signal to other men that they are not a threat. Better smile less or smirk without showing teeth, as is more alpha. Or you fucking smile with a knife in hand. But seriously, some of this shit is outright outlandish.
Yeah, and women know that men who smile frequently signal to other men that they are not a threat. Better smile less or smirk without showing teeth, as this is more alpha. Smirk without showing teeth? What, do like the DreamWorks smirk? If you are above the age of 27 and not making 6 figures a year, you should be forced
You're
to
gay as
transition
well.
into a woman because
There's an income threshold. There's a tax threshold. Now the more you know. There's an income threshold. If you don't meet it, you're a homosexual.
it is over for you. The forced feminization of working class men. Joe Biden's America. Large penises are seen as desirable is just another symptom of Western degeneration. Large penises are a sign of low intelligence and savage genetics. Small penises indicate high intelligence and aristocratic blood.
We're gonna have to ask the exes on where I fall into when it comes to this question. Some have said large intelligence, others have said a large something or other. But seriously, who's coming up with this shit? What kind of a groomer, doomer, zoomer is sitting there thinking of all these outlandish things to just rattle off the tip of the brain? 90% of this has been straight nonsensical crazy ass shit. Wouldn't think twice about it. If half of these people are serious, they've got the serious issues going on, and they really need to be affirmed as to how real of a man they are. But the insecurities are red flagging and shooting all over the shop. You're more homosexual than the tricolored flag.
Whatever makes you feel better, bro. Whoa equals masculine. Wow equals feminine. Racist white dudes be like, here's my top 25 films.
Yeah, Fight Club was good, American Psycho was alright, and Glorious Bastards was Jews killing the master race. How's that falling into a racist white dude category of light? Well, you see what I'm saying?
These are like very normal, good movies. These are very like popular, critically acclaimed movies. The Matrix? Racist white dudes? Liking Inglourious Bastards? The movie where they kill Nazis? That one? Also, women have no f***ing room to talk. Don't go around calling Pulp Fiction and Fight Club red flag movies when your ass is binge watching serial killer documentaries. Men, it is effeminate and weak to ask a woman on a date. A real man does not ask, he takes what is rightfully his. No, don't do that. No. Ancient men, sent to war on behalf of the Empire at age 15, leaned, jacked, sunned balls. Modern men, beg for women's appreciation, pale, depressed, fat. Ask for permission before... A real man just pisses everywhere while making eye contact. Jacked body, calm mind, sunned balls.
You'd be surprised. Apparently, it's a big thing. The vitamin D, straight to your boys. Stimulation, growth, nutrition, nourishment. Strengthening the inner seed. What else is here? Sharp intellect, strong jaw, spiritual connection. Don't be that guy. Spirituality. Playful personality, optimized hormones. Yep, so ties in with the sunned balls apparently. And good friends, but as long as you don't have over 5, then you're gay. Tanned skin. Well, that's not very master race. Getting that pasty white browned up. A full bookshelf with books that you've probably never even flicked over to read the back of. And you're high energy and have a supercharged libido. You're walking around with a heart on all the time. Daily.
Strong family, confident mindset, sharp, and I feel like if you find this attractive, you are pretty much gay, but don't want the stigma that goes along with it.
I mean, most of that is lighting, and she's probably dehydrated to the shit. She doesn't actually walk around like that day to day. I'd be hard pressed to believe that would be the case. Kind of looks like those UFC women on weigh-in day, and then they're just rehydrated and they look rather normal the next day. So this is kind of what I'm suspecting is like one of those kind of shots. You got that down lighting with the shadows, and she's just massively dehydrated or just went through a big cut. Okay, that's not a healthy look, given my expert opinion, for a woman to be walking around like that day in, day out. Especially since just naturally, biologically, women have to have a significantly higher body fat percentage as opposed to men. But I'm sure we're going to get to what real men have. Yeah, that's right, they do. They have to drink beer at Hooters and have beer bellies, I'm sure.
The muscle waifu psyop is real. They got you thirsting for women with male bodies. They want to turn you gay. Liking muscle mommies or strong women is gay. Fellas, is it gay to like hot women? If you like pick A over pick B, you are in fact socially engineered or slightly homosexual. Okay, hot take, but both are good. Hi, progressive leftists. Hi. If your idea of a man...
Didn't this guy comment something about drinking black coffee? Back again? We'll read it for ourselves. High progressive leftists. If your idea of a man is sitting around in your skinny jeans sipping on a grande peppermint mocha made with soy topped off with whip, then you do you. I'm going to do me, which is a God-fearing American who loves this country. He needs to see a psychiatrist.
Is sitting around in your skinny jeans, sipping on a grande peppermint mocha made with soy topped off with whip, then you do you. I'm going to do me, which is a God-fearing American who loves his country and flag. Okay? Why is it always coffee? Why is it always Starbucks latte? I haven't brushed my teeth in over a week. I rarely brush my teeth. feels gay. Ladies, if you want to find out if your man is gay, check the back of his toilet seat. If that shit ain't dirty, he is bisexual at least.
We were all, again, confirmed gay in the army. When we had to clean the floors, the toilets, everything from window seals to cracks had to be dust-free, no lint on clothes. Little did I know we were all being socially engineered to be homosexuals right out of basic training.
You wipe your ass with baby wipes and you're not a girl, you are borderline bisexual. Please, for the love of God, clean your ass. It is not manly to have a shitty, poopy asshole. Wash your ass. Red flags list just dropped. Let's discuss.
Oh, that's a big one. I think this would just about round out the video. I'm not sure what the first two... Oh, right. That's horoscope. Yep. Cool. Sagittarian, Aquarius. You're fucked. I'm not sure what, though, follows Barstool means. Plays Call of Duty. Doesn't like cats. Thinks Kanye's a genius. Listens to Drake. Addicted to gambling, sports betting. But I suppose being an alcoholic is okay. That's not on there. Calling your ex crazy. Loving Bitcoin, crypto. So can you still invest in it if you don't love it? But, oh look, having abs. What did I just say before? Drink your alcohol. Be a good suppressed, repressed, fat motherfucker. As long as it's at Hooters. Don't you dare have abs. But you can't be a workaholic either. You don't want to work hard. Well, that'd be a big clash between all your free time going to Hooters, drinking beer. And don't you dare like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Only has one pillow. What the fuck? Doesn't pay for your Uber. Okay. Take it away, S0yonHed. I'm about done with this mess of a shit list. Again, I'm just going to round out. It's clearly made by some cucked incel who probably plays video games himself and then goes on an 11 p.m. midnight 2 in the morning tirade about how Western civilization is falling apart and then goes soundly to sleep watching anime, hentai, octopus porn.
Sagittarius or Aquarius. Astrology is just racism for white women. Thinks Kanye is a genius. Well, that one aged well. Loves Bitcoin/crypto. Okay, I actually agree with this. I had a nightmare like 2 years ago that I met this boy and he was really nice, and then he started showing me like his little NFT monkeys on his phone. I literally had a nightmare.
Those are worth a few $1,000s depending on the monkey. How can you agree with that, S0yonHed? I expected better from you. That's a good financial investment. That's based, I'd say. It's the idiots that went on to buy them for thousands of dollars just so they can own a JPEG.
It's from New Jersey. Okay, I agree with that too. New Jersey is New York's dump. Has abs. Not a big fan of abs, but I don't see how that's a red flag. Only has one pillow. I mean, it's not a big deal if he has one pillow. It is a big deal if he has a yellow pillow. Ladies, what gives you the ick?
Yellow pillows.
When he's born in June. A man born anywhere from February 19th
I
to
couldn't
March
even get
20th
that right.
does not sit right
I'm born
with
in
me.
June.
Why, as a man, are you born in June? There's something about men being born between March and August that makes me sick, man. There's something very unmasculine about men who aren't born in October.
At this point, don't be born, don't breathe. But if you are born, like I said, so far so good. If you're an alcoholic, that goes to Hooters. As long as you're not playing golf in your spare time or have a favorite sports team, you have a beard, but sometimes you can still be gay with it, and you're gay with long hair because men will want to bend you over backwards to reaffirm that they're masculine and you're gay.
October through December. When a man tells me his birthday is in July, I look at him sideways like, are you a girl? Fellas, is it gay to be born? It really is racism for women. A man has no time for happiness. Happiness is for women and children. I feel like
Just to kill yourself is to be a real man. No, don't do that. This is how ridiculous the state of affairs truly is. This is not all there is.
according to these people, like, the rules of being a man are just like, be miserable, drink and eat only red meat and tar, go to work, do nothing fun ever, never wash your ass, and die in a car accident. The most masculine thing to me is honestly just like not giving a fuck. Just not giving a fuck about what other people think. Just doing and eating whatever you want. To me personally, it would just be a huge turnoff if a guy was like, oh no, I'm not drinking that margarita, that's a girly drink. Like, are you 12 years old? They just have like a child's idea of what it is to be like a grown-up and be a man. It also just reeks of insecurity. Like, why are you that afraid of looking gay? I don't get it. So that was my little fun video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider donating to my Patreon to help out the channel, link down below. Oh,
donating money to a woman is gay. Yeah, it was an alright little video. Not really my usual cup of tea. Quite frankly speaking, I thought it was going to be a bit more serious. While I did aim for it to be playful, it was outlandish towards the end. And I struggled to take it seriously, I think 5 minutes in. The feedback was out of this world. Again, made by some kind of incel in his bedroom who's clearly never touched grass, as the kids say. So that's it from me. We'll leave it right there. She's just going to do her conclusions and pin her Patreons for you to go check her out. But yeah, again, I say S0yonHed. Give her a watch. She does do some more serious videos along the way as well. Some of it's pretty insightful. Others are more parody based, a bit like this one. So if you stayed, well, I'm not going to cut the video now. Stayed through till the end. Let me know. Give the video a like, and we'll see you for another video again shortly. Peace out.